don't enjoy ourselves.
To think that 25 years have elapsed since she was banished. What could she have done to deserve such a punishment?
Something awful. She married a mortal.
Oh! Is it injudicious to marry a mortal?
Injudicious? It strikes at the root of the whole fairy system. By our laws, the fairy who marries a mortal dies.
Oh! But iolanthe didn't die.
No, because your queen loved her with a surpassing love, commuted her sentence to penal servitude for life, on the condition she left her husband and never communicated with him again.
That sentence of penal servitude she is now serving out on her head at the bottom of that stream.
Yes, but when I banished her, I gave her all the pleasant places of the earth to dwell in. I did not intend for her to go and live at the bottom of a stream. Why, it makes me perfectly wretched to think of the discomfort she must have undergone.
And think of the damp. And her chest was always delicate.
And frogs. I shall never get any peace of mind until I find out why iolanthe went to live among the frogs.
Then why not summon her and ask her?
Why? Because if I set eyes on her, I shall forgive her at once.
Then why not forgive her? 25 years? That's a long time. Think how we loved her.
Loved her? Well, what was your love to mine? She was invaluable to me. Who taught me how to curl myself inside a buttercup? Iolanthe. Who taught me how to swing on a cobweb? Iolanthe. Who taught me to dive into a dewdrop, to nestle in a nutshell, to gamble upon gossamer? Iolanthe.
She certainly did surprising things.
Oh, give her back to us, great queen, for your sake, if not for ours.
No, I should be strong, but I am weak. I should be marble, but I am clay. Her punishment has been heavier than I intended. I did not mean that she should go live at the bottom of a stream and, well, it shall be as you wish. It shall be as you wish. Iolanthe, operation.
And what is he?
He's an Arcadian shepherd, and he's in love with Phyllis, a ward of the court.
A mere shepherd? And he have a fairy?
He's a fairy down to the waist, but his legs are mortal.
Dear me!
Well, I don't think I'm more curious than other people, but I confess I should like to see a person who's a fairy to the waist, but whose legs are mortal.
Nothing easier, for here he comes.
Good morrow, good mother, good mother, good morrow. By some means or other, pray banish your sorrow. With joy beyond telling, my bosom is swelling, so join in a measure expressive of pleasure. For I am to be married today, today. Yes, I am to be married today.
Yes, he's to be married today, today. Yes, he's to be married today.
Then the Lord Chancellor has at last given his consent to your marriage with his beautiful ward, Phyllis.
Oh, not he indeed. To all my tearful prayers he answers me. A shepherd lad is no fit helpmate for a ward of God. I stood there in the legislature and sang him songs of Arcady, with bagpipe accompaniment. In vain. Well, at first he seemed amused, and so did the other honorable members, but quickly wearying of my song and pipe, he bade me get out. Gruff old usher with crumpled wig and beer on his breath, then threw me, still singing, onto Hollis Street. I'll go there. I'll marry her today, and I'll brave the upshot, be what it may. But who are these?
Oh, Strephon, rejoice with me. My queen has pardoned me.
Pardon you, mother, this is good news indeed.
And these ladies are my beloved sisters.
Sisters? Well, that would make them my aunts.
Oh, a pleasant bit of news for your bride on her wedding day.
My bride knows nothing of my fairyhood. I dare not tell her lest it frighten her. She thinks me mortal and prefers me so.
His fairyhood doesn't seem to have done him much good.
Much good, my dear aunt, it's the curse of my existence. What's the use of being half a fairy? My body can creep through a keyhole, but what's the good of that when my legs are left kicking behind? I can make myself invisible down to the waist, but that's no good when my legs remain exposed to view. My brain is a fairy brain, but from the waist down, I'm a gibbering idiot. My upper half is immortal, but my lower half grows older every day. Someday or other must die of old age. What's to become of my upper half when I've buried my lower half? I really don't know.
I see his difficulty, but with a fairy brain, he should seek an intellectual sphere of action. Let me see, I've got a riding or two at my disposal. Would you like to go into Parliament?
A fairy member of Parliament. That would be delightful.
Oh no, I'm afraid I shall do no good there. You see, from the waist down, I'm as corrupt and unprincipled as anyone. But from the waist up, I'm as honest and unselfish as anyone. Well, that alone would disqualify me from any part. Especially in this country.
Don't let that distress you. You shall be returned as a liberal conservative. And your legs shall be our peculiar care.
I see your majesty does not do things by halves.
No, no, we are fairies down to the feet. Very well, attractive stranger. Very well, attractive stranger. Shouldst thou be in doubt or danger, peril or perplexity, call us and we'll come to thee. I call us and we'll come to thee.
believe it's penal servitude for life to marry a ward of court without the Lord Chancellor's consent. I shall be of age in 2 years. Don't you think you could wait 2 years?
2 years? Have you ever looked in a mirror?
No, never.
I think you should take a look at mine. Now, tell me if you expect me to wait 2 years.
No, you're quite right. It's asking too much, but I must be reasonable.
Besides, who knows what might happen in 2 years? Why, you might fall in love with the Lord Chancellor by that time.
Yes, he certainly is a clean old gentleman.
As it is, half the House of Lords are falling at your feet.
The House of Lords are certainly extremely attentive.
Attentive? I should think they were. Has it not been publicly suggested that the decline in our currency is due to the fact that the Liberals have been paying more attention to you than to their economic policies?
I wasn't aware.
Or the lack of any reform policy whatever is the direct result of their over-attentiveness to you.
I had no idea.
Or the virtual insignificance of the NDP and Tory parties is due entirely to their inability to concentrate on anything else but you.
Oh, gee.
No, delays are dangerous. And if we are to marry, the sooner the better.
in the lot, I fell in love with one of me wards. Which rather drives me temper, for I'm such a susceptible chancellor.
Which rather drives me temper, for he's such a susceptible chancellor.
And everyone who'd marry a ward must come to me for my report. In my court I sit all day, giving agreeable girls away. One for him, and one for me, and one for you, and one for thee. And one for thou, and one for thee. But never, never a one for me. Which is exasperating, for I'm such a susceptible chancellor.
Which is exasperating, for he's such a susceptible chancellor.
And now, my lords, for the business of the day. Oh, by all means. Phyllis, who is a ward of court, has so powerfully affected your lordships that you've appealed to me in a body to give her to which every one of you she deems it most proper to select. And Lord Mount Ararat has just gone off to her cottage to request her immediate attendance. It would be idle to deny that I myself have the most incredible hots for that young person. My regard for her is rapidly undermining my constitution. I mean, 3 months ago, I was a stout man. I need say no more, but neither need you. If I could reconcile it with my duty, I would unhesitatingly award her to myself, because, you know what, I can conscientiously say that I can think of no man who is so uniquely qualified to render her exceptionally happy. Such an award would be open to misconstruction by the spectator, and so, whatever personal inconvenience, I waive my claim.
My lord, I desire on the part of this house to express its sincere sympathy at your lordship's most painful position.
I thank your lordship to know the feelings of a Lord Chancellor who is in love with his own ward. I'm not to be envied. I mean, what is his position? Can he give his own consent to marry his own ward? And can he marry his own ward without his own consent? And if he marries his own ward without his own consent, must he commit himself for contempt of his own court? And if he commits himself for contempt of his own court, can he appear before himself as defense counsel to remove an arrest of his judgment? I tell you, my lords, it's painful indeed to sit upon the horns of such a man.
My lords, I have much pleasure in announcing that I have succeeded in inducing the young person to present herself at the bar of this house.
excuse have you to offer for having disobeyed an order of the Court of Chancery?
My lord, I know no courts of chancery. I go by nature's acts of parliament. The bees, the breeze, the seas, the books, the gales, the vales, the fountains, and the mountains cry. You love this maiden, take her, we command you. 'Tis written in heaven by the bright barbed dart that leaps forth in the lurid light from each grim thundercloud. The very rain pours forth her sad and sodden sympathy. When chorus nature bids me take my love, shall I reply?
Nay, but a certain chancellor forbids it.
Sir, you are the Lord High Chancellor, but are you Chancellor of the birds and trees? King of the winds, or Prince of thunderclouds?
No, it's a nice point. I don't know that I've ever met it before, but you see, my difficulty is that there's no evidence before this court. Chorus nature has interested herself in the matter.
No evidence? You have my word for it. I tell you, she bade me take my love.
Can't tell us what she told you, because that's not evidence. Now, an affidavit from a thunderstorm, or a few words on oath from a heavy shower would meet with all the attention they deserve.
Have you the heart to apply the prosaic rules of evidence to a case which bubbles over with poetical emotion?
Absolutely. I have always kept my duties strictly before my eyes, and it is to that fact that I owe my advancement to my present distinguished position. When I went to the bar as a very young man, said I to myself, said I'll work on a new and original plan, said I to myself, said I'll never believe that a rogue or a thief is a gentleman worthy implicit belief, because his attorney has sent me a brief, said I to myself, said I. Ere I go into court, I will read my brief through, said I to myself, said I. And I never take work I'm unable to do, said I to myself, said I. My learned profession I'll never disgrace by taking a fee with a grin on my face when I haven't been there to attend to the case, said I to myself, said I. I never throw sand in a juryman's eye, said I to myself, said I. Or holding a judge who is not out of our eyes, said I to myself, said I. Or assume that the witness is summoned in court in exchequer who each bench workman's comp or divorce, and perjure themselves as a matter of course, said I to myself, said I. In other professions in which men engage, said I to myself, said I. The army, the air force, the church, and the stage, said I to myself, said I. Professional license, if carried too far, your chance of promotion is certain to mar, and I fancy that rule might apply to the bar, said I to myself, said I.
But know what?
No matter. The Lord Chancellor holds no power over you. Remember, you are half a fairy. You can't defy him down to the waist.
Yes, but from the waist down, he could commit me to prison for years. Of what avail is it that my body is free if my legs are working up 7 years penal servitude?
True, but take heart. Our queen has promised to her special protection. I'll go to her and lay your peculiar case before her.
Oh, my mother, how can I repay the debt I owe you?
Had that refreshment been denied,
heaven did not die. That's very true, that's quite alright, because our Strephon did not die. Oh, rapture, hear me, Phyllis. Oh, rapture, wherever you lead me. Not a word you did deceive me. Hear me, Phyllis. Not a word you did deceive her.
Riches and rank I do not know, their pleasures are false and vain. I give up the love of the Lord my God, for the love of a sinful swain. But now their sinful swains untrue, with sorrowful heart I turn to you. A heart that's quaking, a sorrowful heart I long to do. The riches and rank that you have are the only things you use. So the richest and rankiest of them all, my sorrowful heart shall choose. As none are so noble, none so rich, as this couple of lords I find knit. In my heart that's aching, for one of you two, and I don't care which. My heart's a rich,
To which?
I do not care. To you I'll yield pity as my due.
To whom?
I'm not aware. I'm yours for life, from your friendship.
She's yours.
Your affair. I read account to show my love.
Of what?
I do not care.
Lucky little lady, Strephon's not a shame. Rank seems as vital, Countess is a title. Yes, Countess, Countess, the title, the title. But of what I'm not aware, but of what I'm not aware.
Can I enact it? See my fortunes fade? No, no,
Oh,
no, no,
oh,
mighty protectress, hasten to my aid.
Why you want us, we don't know.
prove, madam, rich and faced. You can hear, madam, interfere, madam, with a pair, madam, I'm wrong. You're aware, madam, don't you dare, madam, so take care, madam, what you do.
Let us say, madam, I should say, madam, they display, madam, shocking taste. It is rude, madam, to allude, madam, to your crude, madam, raise the face. You don't hear, madam, wait here, madam, no, my dear, madam, this is one. You will stare, madam, well aware, madam, what they dare, madam, what they've done.
Then by these puny mortals, I will launch from fairy portals all the most terrific thunders in my armory of wonders.
Truth they launch, terrific wonders, all were they meant wonders.
Oh, Chancellor, and when it's highly necessary, your tongue to tincture respectable speech, your attitude to vary, your body so airy, your manner arbitrary, are out of place when face to face with an influential fairy.
We never knew we were talking to an influential
A plague on this vagary, I'm in a nice quandary. Of hasty talk with dames unknown, I ought to be more chary. It seems that she's a fairy from Anderson's library, and I took her for the proprietor of a ladies' seminary.
for our ladies' seminary.
When next your houses do assemble, you may tremble.
liberty. Then let's rejoice with loud holler, fa-la-la-la, fa-la-la-la. Our nature always does comply, fa-la-la-la-la. That every boy and every gal that's born into our world is either a little live alone, or else a little Tom's
any improvement whatsoever, it is the Senate. When Britain rarely ruled the waves, in good Queen Bess's time, the House of Peers made no pretense to intellectual eminence or scholarships of life.
suppose it's because I care for Strephon, for I hate him. No girl could care for a man who goes about with a mother considerably younger than himself.
Phyllis, my darling! Phyllis, my own!
George, how dare you? Oh, but perhaps you're the two noblemen I am engaged to.
I am one of them, and I am the other.
Well then, my darling, my own. Have you settled which it's to be?
Well, not altogether. It's a delicate position. It would be hardly nice to toss up. On the whole, we would rather leave it to you.
How can it possibly concern me? You are both earls, and you are both rich, and you are both plain.
Oh, so we are, at least I am.
So am I.
Oh, no, no.
Yes, I am indeed very plain.
Well, perhaps you are.
There's really nothing to choose between you. If one of you would forgo his title and take up residence in, say, Moose River, why then I should see a reason for accepting the other.
Lola, are you willing to make this sacrifice?
No,
Not even to oblige a lady?
my estate in Moose River. Not even to oblige me.
Well, the only question which remains is which one of us shall give way to the other. Perhaps on the whole she will be happier with me. I don't know, I could be wrong.
Oh, I don't know that you are. I rather believe she would. But the awkward part of the whole thing is, if you rob me of the girl of my heart, we must fight. And one of us must die. It's a family tradition I've sworn to respect. It's a painful position, for I have a very strong regard for you, George.
My dear Thomas.
You were very dear to me, George. We were boys together. At least I was. If I were to survive you, my existence would be hopelessly embittered.
Oh, then you must not do it. I say it again and again, if it shall have this effect on you, you must not do it. Oh, no, no. If any one of us is to destroy the other, let it be me.
No, no.
Why, yes, by our boyish French, I implore you.
Well, be it so. No, I cannot consent to an act that would crush you in unavailing remorse.
Oh, but it would not do so. Oh, I should be very sad at first. Oh, who wouldn't be? Oh, fair off. I like you very much, George, Thomas, but perhaps not as much as you like me.
George, you are a noble fellow. But that telltale tear betrays you. No, George, you are very fond of me, and I cannot consent to a week's uneasiness on your account.
But it would not last a week. Remember, you leave the upper house, and on your demise, I shall take your place. Oh, no, it will not last a day.
Now, I do hope you're not going to fight about me, because it really isn't worthwhile.
No, I don't think it is.
Nor I. The sacred ties of friendship are paramount.
Though perhaps I may incur your blame, the things are few I would not do in friendship's name.
And I may say I think the same, not even love should rank above to friendship's name.
And a free be mine, the forget your praise and go your way.
Love, hopeless love, my ardent soul encumbers. Love, nightmare-like, lies heavy on the chest and weaves itself into my midnight slumber. When you're lying awake with a dismal headache and reposes to food by anxiety, I can see you may use any language you choose to indulge in without impropriety. For your brain is on fire, the petals conspire of usual slumber to plunder you. But your counterpane goes and uncovers your toes and your sheets lifting all in from under you. The blackity tickles your feet and makes pickles so terribly sharp as the pricking. And you're hot and you're cross and you tumble and toss and there's nothing fixed you and the ticking. You blankets all drink to the ground in the heap and you pick them all up in a tangle. Make your pillow designs of the night it declines to remain at its usual angle. When you get some repose in the form of a dose of hot eyeballs and head ever aching, your slumbering sleep is as hideous dreams that you'd very much better be waking. We're dreaming of crossing the harbour and tossing about in a rusty old ferry, and you're turning around and it's just gone aground as the captain and crew are all merry. You're giving a treat, penny icicle meat to a party of friends and relations that are ravenous horde, and they all came aboard determined to start their vacations. Back on this journey you find your attorney who started that morning at 11. He's a bit undersized and you don't feel surprised when he tells you he's only 11. Well, you're driving like mad with this singular lad by the ship's now four-wheeler. You're playing round games and he calls you bad names and you tell him the ties pay the dealer. But this he can't stand, so you throw up your hand and you find you're as cold as an icicle. You're showering your socks to back still with no conscience and pointless and part of a bicycle. Then he and the crew are on bicycles too, as they somehow or other invested in. And he's telling the towns on the particulars and the company he's interested in. It's a scheme of devices to get at low prices, all goods from off pictures to cables, which gentlemen says by treating retailers as though they were all vegetables. You get a good spatesman to plant a small tradesman first take off his boots with a fruit tree. His feet will take root, his fingers will shoot, and he'll blossom and bud like a fruit tree. From the Sobeys tree you get apple, green pea, cauliflower, pineapple and cranberries, while the teapot and double-doubles will grant apple, mostly garners and cranberries. The shares of a penny and ever so many are pre-ex and dished out by bearings. And just as you were allotted to you, you awake with a shudder despair. You're afraid of wreck the picking your neck, no one can snort for your head to the floor. You've needles and pins for your shoulders and your shins, your flesh is a grip for your left to sleep. Cracking your toes and the flying your nose and the flopping your lung and the feverish tongue and the nurses and texts and the general sex of your haven't been sleeping in clover. Night has passed, it's daylight at last. The night has been long, and so has this song. And thank goodness they're both over. Chancellor has reason to envy the position of another. I'm free to confess at this moment I'd rather be any two lords engaged to fill it than any other half-dozen noblemen upon the face of the globe.
It is an enviable position when you're the only one.
Yeah. Yes, indeed, most enviable. But seeing your lordship thus, we naturally say to ourselves, this is very sad. Your lordship is constitutionally as blithe as a bird, and trills upon the bench as a thing of song and gladness. Your judgments in F sharp, given on Dante in 6/8 time, are one of the most remarkable effects ever produced in the course of chancery. You are in fact the only living instance of a judge whose decrees have received the honor of a double encore. How then can we do that which will deprive the course of chancery of